All right, what's up, everybody? We are back with another video. We're gonna continue where we left off. After the first part about the releases, the next day we got some more. So I thought it was right just give you part two of the releases. So not only did Sonya Deville, AOP, Cedric Alexander, and Blair Davenport, not only did they get released, we also got what was it? I believe that's the right one. Yeah, Isla Dawn, Electra Lopez, Duke Hudson, and Giovanni Da Vinci, plus with the Good Brother. Now, I'm not surprised this round of wrestlers being released. I mean, could make an argument with Electra Lopez. We really didn't get to see her. And from the looks of it, she could wrestle. I mean, they just didn't give her enough matches, just like with B Fab. When we first saw her, wrestling this year, she looked good, especially in the Rumble. So it's just like, and in the tournament that she was in too, it's just like, oh, she can actually wrestle. It was like, I wonder why they didn't give her a fighting chance before. But Lecture Lopez was kind of, because we just saw her in the segment last week, so that was kind of strange. Gina Giovanni Da Vinci, I was quite shocked about that because one, any of y'all watch NXT like have I been a fan since 2014. Y'all remember a few years ago, he didn't go by Giovanni Da Vinci, he went by Fabian Eichner. And if y'all remember him, that man, you want to talk about athletic ability, gifted wrestler, that was him. So it was quite shocking, like when they became to the main roster with Gunther, that Fabian would be put in the back and Kaiser was up front between the two of them. So I was very shocked about that. And it seemed like they was so if you was gonna release him, why make the effort of repackaging him and doing all this stuff with Imperium? It was but they said that he might have heat. He was trying to talk to Tiffany Stratton. And if you don't know, Tiffany Stratton and Kaiser are a thing. So if it was because of that, that's really messed up. And do I think he needed to be released from that? No, me personally, no, I don't think so. But you know how wrestling politics are. Next up, who was it? Duke Hudson, Chase U. I'm very shocked. I'm not gonna say I'm very shocked, but the faction, when they put him in that faction, Chase U, um Duke Hudson was shining, boy. He was the MVP. So it's just like, and the success of Chase U in NXT. Now, I was wondering if they got called up, how would Chase U in the main roster would be. That would have been interesting. But you saw they disbanded before. So the only people there now is Thea Hale and what's his name? The Riley kid. But Duke Hudson, he's 6'4", 250. He's your typical WWE wrestler. So it makes me think, like, why was he released? You could have done a lot with him on the main roster. Let me see who else. Isla Dawn. I mean, I'm not shocked. She had her moment in Europe last year, winning the tag team titles. It's sad to see her go. Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. That was like, come on now, y'all got let go. This is the second time from the company, and both times they were wasted. So I'm kind of happy to see what they're gonna do on the indies. Are they gonna make another run in Japan or what? I like Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They're like your throwback tag team, you know. So they will be missed. I think we were all waiting for what they was gonna do with AJ, which really never really took off. They put them together, so you thought they were gonna be a nice faction against the Bloodline, which for real is like, why? It seems like WWE, they only focus at one faction at a time, and there can only be one faction. If there only can be one faction if you're in the WWE, can't be two, can't be two big factions competing with each other. There's only one dominant faction at a time, and which really sucks. So they will be missed. And speaking of releases, not only the WWE releases, we have some AEW releases. We have Aleister Black. Yeah, we have Aleister Black. Y'all might know him as Malachi from AEW. We also have Ricky Starks, which I am. Ooh, we're gonna talk about Ricky Starks later, but I wanted they was keeping Ricky Starks hostage, y'all. Let's be honest. For whatever reason, I guess because he was good friends with CM Punk, and he probably spoke out on CM Punk's behalf backstage, and that probably left a little, taste in Tony Khan's mouth, and that's probably why we never saw him, because it was revealed that he's not injured. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that's because it was reported that they were giving him storylines to do, but he was turning them down. So I guess they were just keeping him on shit like, well, if you're not gonna agree with what we got for you, guess you could just sit out at home. And we have Miro, which it's like we haven't seen this dude wrestle in 3 years. I do know they brought him back for a short stint. When y'all remember when Collision was formed? Because I remember because I went to the first Collision show in Chicago, and it was him and Andrade. It was Andrade's debut basically, and they brought him back for a short time. Then it's like you didn't see him again, so it's just like I wonder what was going on internally backstage with that whole thing. Why Miro didn't work, and it seemed like at first when Miro debuted in AEW, seems like they were giving him a push. I mean, he had that weird gamer gimmick that really didn't work, but then they let Miro be Miro like a monster, and it seemed like it was going for him, but it seems like AEW don't know what to do with big guys. That's my whole thing. It's like Will Hobbs, Lance Archer. It's like the reverse with WWE. You know how for the longest WWE really didn't care about their smaller wrestlers. It was always the big ones. It's like AEW is the opposite. So it's just I wonder what happened with Miro. Like did he not agree with creative, or there's people saying that Miro didn't want to put nobody over. That might have been, the reason, but I don't know because there was plenty of times when he was in WWE, which he was losing matches, which I didn't think he should have, and who knows? Did he voice his opinion then? But yeah, these are like three big names that they've just released. I do want to say if Aleister Black makes a return to WWE, please give him his old music, man. The way he used to come up in that intro. Oh man, his theme was killing it in NXT. And what I never got was when they called him up, they took that music, they took it away from him. Why? But once again, that was the Vince thing. So, but yeah, man, let's talk about Ricky Starks for a second. My boy, Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky's in WWE. Now, for those who don't know, the other night on NXT, if y'all didn't see it, we had a surprise appearance from your boy Ricky Starks. Now, what made it a surprise was he only been released, what was it, a day, and the next day he showed up on NXT, and the crowd went crazy. I know everybody was happy. About time we see Ricky Starks in WWE. Now, I do know there's a lot of people, some people might disagree with this, but there's a lot of people in the WWE universe that doesn't watch NXT. And I know some of my friends, they're big WWE fans, but they do not watch NXT for whatever reason. And you can tell, or they don't watch anything outside of WWE because you can tell for the people that are not familiar with AEW that every time they see Ricky Starks, they say that this guy is a basically like a bootleg copy of The Rock, which I can see where they get that from, but come on now, it's two completely gimmicks. Is he inspired by The Rock? Yes. His cadence, I should say. The only thing really that reminds me of The Rock is his cadence and sometimes yes, he talks in the third person, but you can say that about a lot of wrestlers. He's not a he's not a bootleg version of The Rock by any means. He is his own Ricky Starks. And it's just the way that he cuts a promo is, some similar with The Rock. But Ricky is very great on the mic because I remember when I first became a fan is when he was the FTW champion. He cut that amazing promo when he was talking about they gave him that title basically just to bury him, basically. But he's the one that put that title, like that title. Really, nobody cares. And if you don't know what the FTW title, it was Taz's title when he was in ECW. They brought it back. It wasn't a recognized title, so a lot of people say, "Well, if it's not recognized, why the heck are y'all having matches for it?" But he basically made that title meant something when he had it, and he cut an amazing promo, basically saying, yeah, y'all gave me this title to be a joke, but he made it worth something, and it was amazing promo. I wish maybe next episode I might cut it because I didn't that would have been a nice moment to bring that promo back and show y'all listen to it if y'all didn't hear it before. But he cut it was so amazing, man, made me become a fan. And he's not a bad wrestler either. So it's just like matter of fact, I know this might be controversial, but y'all talk about he's like the Rock gimmick or whatever. Wrestling rise, man, come on. But let's be honest. The Rock was an okay wrestler. He was a good wrestler, but he wasn't an amazing wrestler like a Kurt Angle or Chris Benoit. Oops, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say that. Or like a Stone Cold. The Rock was entertaining to watch when he wrestled, but if you look back, The Rock really didn't do that crazy of stuff in the ring. He basically knew how to work. If you're not you're not familiar with the wrestling terms or you're not familiar with wrestling lingo and stuff, The Rock was a great worker. So he knew how to work the crowd. So, every time he did that punch, he made that entertaining. Anything The Rock did, he made it look entertaining. And when you have that, no, everybody overlooks your wrestling ability. Not saying The Rock was bad. No, he was good, and the entertainment value made him great. And Ricky he could do some amazing stuff in the ring. So that's why when you said the comparisons, it's like, no, I need to cut that. Give this man his respect. Um, but we finally get him in the WWE. I'm just excited. I can't wait. And he's in NXT. Oh man, I can't wait to see the feuds that we have in the promo battle that this man will have in WWE. But I think that's about it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go follow if you haven't already the WSN Network, Wrestling Society Network on Facebook. You can subscribe to my channel. Come on, guys, like and share the video, and I'll see y'all next time.